Hello everybody, it's Richard Hart here. I just want to let you know that the Pulsechain.com mainnet has launched and PulseX.com on that mainnet has launched as well. I hope you guys are all enjoying it. We waited a couple years for this and it's finally here.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to another awesome day. Man, oh man, I reckon the market's looking bullish. Get in there, folks. We've got a poll up today. Will this week be bullish? That's the poll. Yes, maybe, or no. So get in there on that vote. We've already got 4 votes already, so keep that up, folks, as you come in. I'm very excited about that. Now, we're going to be talking about Bitcoin today, Ethereum, Cardano, DOG, of course, on Runes protocol. Trump tokens. There've been an absolute bonanza of Trump tokens following the attempted assassination. Thank goodness it failed. And then we got Pulsechain as well. Of course, we're going to talk about all of that. We've got a number of project updates around Pulsechain. We're going to be talking about Win-Win, which is finally launched. A little bit about that. We're going to talk about Famous V2, which is live testing and stuff like that. And then, of course, Randy Alaski for his note tokens got a big airdrop snapshot coming up. I'm not sure if it's actually been hit yet. But it must be getting pretty close. And they've got 4 tokens they're going to drop to no payroll. So we're going to briefly touch that as well. Big shout out there. We've got Lightspeed Ethan House there. Hello. How are you today? Very good. And of course, we've got a cool background picture here with Bitcoin. I love this picture. It's pretty cool. Let me just remove myself. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right, we got the ultimate there, Hex Pulsex incentive for the win, 100%. That is the golden crypto strategy of this channel. And, of course, the magic carpet ride on the Pulse chain. We got Brian in the house. Hey, Brian, our community leader. Sup, folks? Brian is doing well up there. We got a bit of a color change today. I've changed it to orange. How about that? Normally I have sort of a pinky purple or something like that. Hex Vader says, nothing finer than a Hex miner. I like that, Hex Vader. Well said to you. Big shout out. 3 cheers for Hex. Go out of there. Hooray. Cool. All right, let's get into it, folks. Without further ado, we've probably got a few more people jumping in the chat there. So we've got Crypto Fury. Hello. Hope you're doing well. And of course, it's Sunday in the US, isn't it? You're still on a weekend. So I hope you guys are resting up there. It is already Monday here down under in Australia, New Zealand, Pacific Islands. It is currently midday on the 15th of July. Can I believe it? On Monday. Yeah, that's what it's like down the future. And that's where we're broadcasting from, right? The future. Kind of pretty badass, really. Let's get into the markets. Obviously, no stock market today. So let's get into crypto straight away. And bam, let's head on there. Hey, we got Wookie jumped in there too. What's that pop drop? Hey, good to see you there, Wookie. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, just a quickly thing about the Trump assassination. He's already out on the golf course. Real trooper, isn't he? Real trooper. And look forward to his ongoing election. Pretty crazy stuff. All right, let's get into it. We've got the Bitcoin. Seem to have liked the news there. Yeah, the Trump assassination attempt event may have played into Bitcoin here in terms of security. It got pushed up pretty high here, and we're at a very good level, 60,000 to 61,000. And of course, here we are at 60,920, up 2.74%. Really good to see that. That was a very important zone to get back over. Was at 60 to 61, and we're there. So very excited to see that. We're going to check out the chart for Coinbase in a minute. Ethereum is up as well, 2%, almost 2.2% at $3,250. Nice little rebound there, and everything else is, for the most part, is up. We got BNB up 2.37%. What else is looking pretty interesting? Solana is up 4% there at $147. We've got XRP, ADA, and Tron are down slightly. So Tron down 1.3%, ADA down 2%, and XRP there just under 1%. That's the mark. Everything else, we've got the main coins looking sort of green, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, Litecoin, even Litecoin's up just a little bit. But yeah, the majors are leading the way. Let's jump into Bitcoin, zoom in on that. Look at this. Woohoo! I'm not sure if we got Brennan in the chat there, but we got his protege there, Wookie or something, Wookie on the spot. But we got the 200-day moving average in the blue line. It's a blue line here. That is currently running at $58,209. We got the 50-day at 62,302. That's the yellow line. And look at this big move, power move. Wow, cool to see that. And here we are, big green candle today. We started off with a low of 59,200, and now we've at a high of 61,428. We're currently at 61,130 on Coinbase, a little bit different from the previous tab chart we just looked at. So very, very cool move. I'd like to see it, of course, get over to, I guess, 64, but really over 65, 65,000 to 66. That'll be in this zone here. So yeah, maybe even 67,000. That could be our next zone to target here as we move on up over time. So very, very excited. Really cool move at the moment. That leads us into the Bitcoin Runes protocol. This is a first time ever meme coin season on Bitcoin. And we can see here on Runes protocol here on the #1 DEX, Magic Eden, that dog go to the moon is up to date. Nice to see that. This is the one that we're backing for the top meme coin in the world. It's got to take over from Dogecoin, of course. It's also got to maybe people talking about, the most valuable coin on in crypto should be on the main chain, the most valuable chain, and that is Bitcoin. So that's kind of the narrative for it. It also is the first one to almost get to $1 billion. It's pulled back from that now. It was at 970 million. It's at 460 million now. But the first coin to get there almost to $1 billion without having meme coin, without having a tier 1 exchange. So we're looking forward to that, and the momentum is still behind it. So huge community, a big fat liquidity on Bitcoin, and of course a pretty amazing founder, Leonidas, doing a great job out there on Ord.io. He's got his own platform that they're developing out. We got Nakamoto up slightly there as well. Ryzik up slightly. Runes Pup's down. A couple of these others down. Decentralized down 19%. This is an Ethereum team, if you guys remember, number 8. Another one of my favorites here, Lobo the Wolf is at 1% there at 1.9 sats, sitting at 25 million market cap. And then we got Rune sitting at number 10. And of course, that's pushed out Satoshi Nakamoto down to number 11 there, down slightly at the moment. Now, the other one I've been looking for, of course, is the Donald Trump. Figuring that was probably going to do pretty well leading into the November election later this year. And that is down 9% at the moment, but was up yesterday 55% when I saw it. So it was up 55% yesterday. This is taking a bit of a breather now, but yeah, that was a pretty big move on the old Donald Trump. So yeah, that is the top Donald. Now, there are over 300 different runes that have been minted or etched out, as they say. This is the top most valuable one, the Donald Trump. So if you're looking to pick up one of these, it's probably the one you'd want to pick up leading into the US election if you want to take that speculative position. So I'll post the runes there. Now, we talk more about this sort of stuff in the Strategy Club in Discord. That's $35 a month to join up, and we look at all the best opportunities multi-chain, including meme coins. So check that out if you wanted. The links in the video description for that to join up. $35 a month. All right, that is it. And you also get included the Pulsechain and Hex Discord as well while you're there. All right, so that is Magic Eden /runes. Let's jump over to the Ethereum and have a quick look at that. So Ethereum, obviously, we're expecting a bit more things from Ethereum, but now that Bitcoin's moved, things are even getting better for Ethereum, I think. So yeah, we are over the 200-day moving average. It's currently at $3,090. We've got the 50-day moving average in yellow at $3,327. We are heading up towards that. We're currently at $3,238, and looking very, very nice indeed. And of course, we've got the Ethereum ETF expected launch is currently pinned for the 18th of July. Where do we get that date? Well, we get that date from Bel Kahunas, one of the two Bloomberg analysts, and that's the best information so far. SEC has kind of been a bit weird. They've really got most of the information, so hopefully we'll get something out this week, and that might feed in for a bullish week ahead. So it's kind of coming up there. That's only a few days away, right? A few days away. They're on the 18th, but we've got more bullish news before that potentially, right? We've potentially got the Chang fork, although there are some rumors of a delay, but we'll see how that goes when we get up to ADA. So we may have two bullish events this week, the ADA and for ADA and for Ethereum. Then of course later on in the year, 10th of September, we're expecting a very good chance of a interest rate pivot in September. Very good chance. I think it's really ratcheting up. And so 10th of September, that's going to be bullish for markets, lowering the cost of capital, right? So that's going to be good for investing and spending and speculation. That's kind of the play there. And then we run up into the US election on the 4th of November is the US election there. and that's could be very bullish if Trump wins, right? Because not only bullish for the markets, which we all want to see, he is pro-crypto and may do some pretty incredible things there. One of the things he may do is also, because he's in charge of the executive, remember, he will look probably to hopefully gut the deep state, and that includes the SEC and the Department of Justice, things like that. They could be very bullish for crypto. Complete regime change, completely supportive of crypto. So things could be really, really amazing there. And that may flow on into the potential civil case that the SEC's got against Richard Hart. So let's assume that they lose the dismissal case. The dismissal loses in October. Well, if Trump gets in November and they gut the deep state, then they may get the SEC to drop that. The SEC might drop the case because it's moved its position. We'll see. It's a civil case, but that's definitely one possibility coming up there. So yeah, good, extremely bullish, not only for crypto but for Pulsechain as well, and specifically. So that might play out maybe in the early new year, but definitely, you know, as the executive gets sets up, all the cabinet ministers have to go through, you know, all that stuff, and then we'll see how it goes. But that is looking pretty bullish. That being said, you know, what's the last thing they've got left? Trying to assassinate the Trump. Well, the other thing is once he gets into power, maybe the deep state tries to crash the economy, right? So that's the other side of it. We'll see how that goes. That's probably the last thing left they've got there. All right, so that is, I'm just kidding. They've got plenty of bad ideas that they want to do. But that's the Ethereum there at the moment. Let's jump into some of the things that we've seen. Obviously, with the Trump assassination, we've seen Ethereum go blitz, and as well as many other chains, a whole ton of Trump tokens launching all over the place. So you got Fight token when he's pumping his fist there after he got off the ground being shot, and shouting fight. In other words, for your freedom, not for not for anything else. But we got POTUS there. We got lots of these ones in here. We got some bad names as well. We got Elon as well. So lots of different tokens popping up here, and they've been trending on Ethereum. Big one here was Fight token. It's done pretty well, actually. Actually held up here at 1 cent. We were watching this yesterday in the Discord, and yeah, it's done pretty well there. It's currently a 10 million market cap, so it could keep going for months ahead of us, right? Since it sort of got launched off the attempted assassination attempt. So there's things definitely happening there. You can see some of these other ones here. Number 2, of course, is Trump meme coin. This has been around for a long time. And of course, this is probably done pretty well out as well. $7.50 was up at $8 or so. This is on the hourly chart, right? So got up to what, $10 down to $7.50. But it's going to be interesting to see this one play over a longer period of time. Looking at the daily, you can sort of see the daily chart for that. But with the election looming, a lot of these, if you pick the right Trump ones, they're going to do really well. There's so many, hundreds of them, right? So you really got to get some of the really top ones to, you know, and I'm talking about a couple, probably just a couple on either chain, you know, like Solana, a Pulsechain or Ethereum or something like that. You just got to pick the right ones. And obviously this one, Trump, is actually the original meme that's been doing very well, where this Fight token is just brand new, right? Just brand new. As you can see on the hourly chart there, it hasn't been around for very long. All right, so that is where that is. Let's jump into ADA. ADA as well. We've got the Chang fork. So we talked about Ethereum with the Ethereum ETF potentially this later at the end of this week. Then we've got the Chang fork coming up here pretty much today, tomorrow. But there has been rumors of a delay. Not sure what's happening in that space, but we'll try and have an update on that tomorrow. It does look like potentially the Chang fork there. That is currently at the moment, ADA is just really pushed really nicely into that. Now, has it done 130% as some people, some TA guys thought it might do, getting up to 70 cents or so? No, it hasn't done that, but it has done a pretty good move, 35% at the moment, leading into potential Chang fork there. So question mark over there for tomorrow, next day. What's going to be the 15th or 16th? So we'll try and be in, get an update on that too. That's kind of where we are on Cardano. So 2 bullish things this week as well. And yeah, let's see where we go. All right, let's jump over to the general memes. Meme coins at the moment. We've got total crypto at 2.24 trillion on coin market cap, up 2.29%. That's a nice little move today. And of course, we've got, let's jump over the meme coins. We've got meme coins sitting with Dodge at the top at $16.7 billion. Remember, only weeks ago, this was up at 23 billion. We've got SHIB Inu down at 10. That's up 14% for the week, 2% on 24-hour basis. Pepe, which has been really got hit quite hard on the market, and that is actually up 11% now for the week, and up 4.6%. So made a nice rebound there, Beppy. Dog with Hat was also down a lot yesterday, but that is up 4.4% for the week, 7%. So they're starting to make a bit of rebounds here. We got Bonk, Floki, Brett coming in next after that, and then Mogcoin. And then, of course, that's up 52% on Mogcoin. So Mogcoin's doing very, very well. Mogcoin has one of the leaders that have come in the top 10 there, and it's still looking very strong with momentum there, up 14% today. We got I think it's number 9 there. Bomb is at 3.4%. And then we got, of course, our favorite one here, Dogs with Rune. Now, if you look at the market cap at the moment is 461 million for Dogs. So it's got a long way to go if it's going to get to Dogecoin, 16.6. And remember, if we look at Dogecoin, how high that got in the last bull market, we go to all time. This is all time chart. You can see. Remember when it did this big hyper rise here, and it went absolutely massive, ballistic, and the price went up to 68 cents just for a moment. If you ever see something like this in the charts, you see something like this, you need to sell the top, right? You need to sell. If you see a vertical chart like that, just by my words, you got to sell that. You got to sell that. Don't think it's going to go up and up and up. When you make some incredible gains like that, you got to sell that move. Don't get delusional. Don't get delusional, because look what happens. It came back down again, and that happens time and time again. So don't get that euphoria of instant wealth. Just remember to sell that move on a vertical line like that. So that is the play, and you can go buy it up when it's retraced all the way back down and become a super hyper duper whale or something like that. So the market cap on that though was pretty epic. So the market cap got up to $89 billion. So if Dogkin is going to be the first big meme, big 100 billion in the bull market ahead of us, then you've got a huge X return. It's just currently under 500 million, say. Then that's a huge return from there, right? So what's that, a 20x or so if it does do that? Sorry, or 200x, I should say, if it does do that. So yeah, pretty big deal. So that's the main coins at the moment. We're going to get into Pulsechain, day 429. Before we do that, though, let's get back in the chat and see where else is coming here. We've got Creepy Coin in the house. Hello. Good Creepy Coin. Hope you're doing well this weekend. And we got Craig Pitt as well. Morning all. Good to see you, Craig. And big shout out. Now, if some of you guys might be playing the Syndicate in the Syndicate team or family on the Mafia game, I hope you guys are enjoying it. Keep up the great work. You're doing a good job out there. You know what I'm talking about. So, yeah, we're going to touch on Mafia towards the end of the live stream as well, since we are co-hosting the Syndicate on this channel, as well as Telegram. Tim Top's in the house there. What's up? Hexkins, hey, Tim Top, hope you're doing well. Hexkins are doing well. Now, let's move on. Let's get back into the market here. We're going to look at Pulsechain. We've got Pulsechain at day 429. We got the price there at quadruple 0422, down 1.4%. Pulsex there is down 3.7% at the quadruple 0206. And we've got incentive token there. The buy and burn, I should say, is sitting at 920.6 billion. Pulsex, we're sitting at 4.55% of the public supply is now gone forever with the buy and burn. We got incentive token there at $2.20, down 4.8%. 1.4% of that will be the Pulsechain price. The ratio is still holding up very, very nicely. 52,229 pulse per one incentive, and the amount of incentive tokens in existence, 35,477,000. Now, has that actually changed? I don't know. Sometimes it looks like it's got stuck in motion. But anyway, we got the Hex at the moment is up 0.5%. Yay! We got Tim Top asking about what's up Hexkins, but well, the price at least is up today. It's the one standout there. Just under 5300th of a penny, back over 0.5%. Really, really good move there. EHEX at the moment is up slightly as well. It's been stuck at 1300th of a penny. Has moved up to 1400th of a penny, so it's slightly up. So combined price of EHEX and PHEX is sitting at just under 6700th of a penny at the moment. So yeah, what's that about? 2/3 of a cent, is it? 2/3 of a cent, something like that. So pretty cool. What else? Let's jump into the charts. We'll have a look at the charts on Pulsechain. We've got the data here. RSI on Pulsechain at 44. We've got 3 days in a row. We had some green days in a row. Isn't it good to see green days in a row with Pulsechain? So we had 3 good days. We had a little bit of a breather now. Let's hope we can get a nice little green day. It is Sunday in the US. Obviously, typically that's a little bit of a quiet day. Well, let's hope that Monday ramps up and we can get some green candles start moving up here. And let's see if we can see that the 10th of July was the low for Pulsechain. That would be pretty cool. And at least the local low, sorry, at quadruple 03674. So let's see if that can be the case. Now, looking to the weekly, moving to the weekly here. We got the RSI way down still at 33. We've got a huge hyper run, right? We could have a huge hyper run on the RSI on the weekly. And yeah, we ended up that green bottom there was at the bottom. That'd be pretty cool. And obviously, we've been slightly lower back here in August after the SEC event. On the about a month later, we really reached our low there. Is this going to be our local low here? And of course, are we going to be off to the races after that? That's the question, right? Now, moving back to the daily, let's go full screen on this. And of course, you guys know we've got all the SEC things coming up. So we had the SEC response to the motion to dismiss back on the 8th of July. That was received by Richard's lawyers. He confirmed that on X platform. And then, of course, the next event is on the 22nd of August. Richard Hart, dream team of lawyers, and they really are a dream team there, will respond to the SEC motion to dismiss on 22nd August. And then we have oral arguments on the 22nd of October later on. So that's kind of the events. Now, I see this RH motion dismissed as a bullish move. So we might have a nice little rally into here. That could be pretty cool. I'm still a little bit in two minds about the oral arguments. So we'll see what happens there, but maybe we'll get a run up there too, possibly. And then depending on how that goes, maybe a sell off afterwards. Maybe if we don't hear anything for a little bit, but that is kind of where I feel that we might get at the moment, especially if Bitcoin and everything else starts to rally into the US election and stuff like that. Now, normally September, as you guys know, is a negative month for crypto, but we are in a Bitcoin halving year. We do have the Bitcoin ETF, the Ethereum ETF, maybe the ADA Chang upgrade. We do have the potential interest rate pivots. Lots of cool things. The only negative overhang really seems to be after we got rid of the German government is the Mt. Gox slow payouts or something like that. So that's kind of where we could be there. So a lot more bullish things. And of course, typically after Bitcoin halving, we have 2 or 3 months of volatility, and then we start to move into the hyper move, the big move that everyone's been waiting for 4 years, the kind of thing, which is, to get that big rally and mad gains. So kind of cool. All right, so that's kind of where we are at the moment. And like I say, we might have if Trump does win the US election, we could have a turn of events where the SEC gets gutted just like the rest of the deep state, and we get a positive regulatory a framework for crypto, and that might actually aid and help Pulsechain as well. So cool. That's kind of the lay of the land there. But Pulsechain, Pulsex as well at the moment is sitting on the daily at 49. We've had obviously similar looking patterns here. Now, what we're wanting to look at here closer up is this yellow line, which is the 13-day move over the blue line, which is the 34-day, and that would be a bullish cross, right? So we're looking for that. We almost got one back here, but we got absolutely smashed on that one. But here, maybe we can get it this time. So fingers crossed on that. And of course, the weekly. So look at the weekly here with the bullish news this week too, expected. Might help us also. We are still in this long-term uptrend on here. This is really cool. We've still got the higher lows on Pulsex, still in this uptrend. This is looking really, really good in my view. And we've got a little bit of rising RSI here on the weekly. So fingers crossed. And if we get a bullish cross on that one there, that's going to be really cool too. Now, typically when you're doing TR, you need a couple of good indicators, but this is definitely one we're tracking here. And as you can see, we might get there closer. We can get a green day either tomorrow or next day. Then we could get a bullish cross here and have another rise, which would be pretty cool. And get over 2,400 on the chart would be pretty nice. All right, that is Pulsex incentive token, has been absolutely smashing it. Let's look at the ratio to Pulse. And you can see we're in this trading band here, moving sideways, just absolutely super duper here. This is unbelievable, this pattern here. Just crazy. This is on a weekly chart. This is not daily candles, weekly candles. Look at this thing, man. It is crazy here on the incentive token there on Pulsex. The farm's still generating extremely nice yields at the moment. Of course, you want to be careful if the Pulse does run away to the right, then you're going to you're in stable coins. You're going to end up with more stable coins and less Pulse, and so that's going to you're going to miss out on the capital gains relative to the income you're making. But the income itself is still pretty incredible. Yeah, pretty nice on that one. All right, let's keep a lookout for there. So incentive token holding it very well. Now, Hex, of course, has been the underdog, funnily enough, and it's kind of the store of value. And there's different theories on when it will perform. who will perform the most? Will it be Pulsex? Will it be Pulsechain, the main coin, what we typically see in the past, or will it be Hex, the store of value there as well? Now, there are pros and cons to Hex, I think, versus where the market has developed. Not when it started, of course, but where the market is now with all the innovation in the market. But yeah, it's so far still the store of value coin. You still, mine it for, a year or 3 years, that sort of thing, and still make a yield off it. So that's pretty important. The share rate's still going up. T-shares are still coming out. And later this year, we may have the 10-year T-shares. Maybe get a lot of penalties from that by the time we get to like December, January, February coming up in the year here, because people can in-stake 50%. They lose all their interest, but they get the capital, depending on what Hex is doing at the time. But that we could see a whole wave of that stuff happening. So if you remember what the 10-year miners look like, they've got big candles coming out. So we could see some of that early end state, right? So that could be a bonanza for remaining T-share holders, particularly if you are in the Maximus ones, or any of the dip catcher products there for Hex derivatives. Then that could be very lucrative, including, of course, Alex McFurter's hedge on Icosa could have a runoff effect on that too. So lots of things to come up at the end of this year. People are not even thinking about that, but those are the events that could be coming up later at the end of this year. Could be pretty amazing to keep an eye out on that. All right, pretty cool. I mean, you got to think of, Pulsechain's, it got hit by the SEC event. It's got hit by, the Saudi event. We had a lot of immature people on X platform harassing Overwatch's, Saudi things. They were going to funnel millions and millions of dollars, maybe hundreds of millions of dollars into Pulsechain potentially. We don't know what the behind the deal was. But of course, we had some people online sort of making jokes about them and not realizing that they were only doing their own bags over. I mean, it's the sort of silliness that you were getting on X social platform at the time. Not very smart people, right? Not very smart people doing that. So, but Pulsechain moves on, right? Pulsechain moves on. We've had a lot of developer teams, a lot of influencers, and the community keeps on pushing. And of course, Magic Carpet Ride's still ahead of us. So fingers crossed on that. All right, so that's kind of where we are at the moment on the old Hex. Really still a terrific buy right now. If anything under this orange line for me for Hex on Pulse is like an awesome super duper buy. It's basically under 1 cent Hex, and you can see at the moment still a lot of room, even just to 1 cent. It's a nice little recovery today. Let's look at the weekly for Hex as well. The weekly there, that's the weekly. So you can see it had a big bottom out of that weekly candle, and we were all the way down to 4200th of a penny. Can you believe it? And yeah, a big move today. So fingers crossed, start moving here. Was that the bottom, just like we had for Pulsechain and Pulsex? We shall see, but it's looking good so far. Obviously, with the RSI, it can always go negative, always go below 30, but it sort of looks like it's sort of panned out a little bit at the moment, and we've got good news ahead of us. So got to be a bit more upbeat about the upward trend than further decline. That being said, it's still always got the SEC thing in October. All right, let's move on to Pulse EHEX. EHEX making a good little run off here too, all the way down at 1200th of a penny, all the way back at 1400th of a penny. We know that BankX has been selling a little bit of its liquid bags, from what I can tell. I think it's still got its LP positions in at 0.7 of a penny, but they have been selling a little bit, probably for operational costs. Is that a joke or something? I don't know, but that's probably the case there. And you can see, I think they still got the LP position here at 0.7 of a penny. Haven't heard any change to that, but they have been selling some liquid bags for overheads. I don't know. I've got to stop saying. All right, so that is it. All right, let's move on. That is Pulsechain for day 429. We've just started day 430. So 430 days since Pulsechain's launched. That's why I played that video at the beginning, with Richard Hart there just on the launch, because I thought it was such a cool little video from Richard. And here we are 430 days later. Isn't that crazy? 430 days later since that video. That's crazy. But let's have a look at the gas prices. 160,000 beats. We got 0.2 of a penny for a Pulsex swap, 1/100th of a penny for a Pulsecoin transfer, and 400th of a penny for a PRC20 transfer. Now, we know a lot of people are over on second layer chains, right? And Ethereum's gone real quiet, but the Gwei's gone down to like 1 Gwei, 2 Gwei. And all the second layer chains are doing very well, like Base and Solana and others like that, Optimism and things. But, Ethereum is the hard battle tested chain, right? Those other ones, they're pretty much centralized, right? Those second layer chains. And of course, Pulsechain is not. Pulsechain is fast and cheap. It is doing the job, and 10-second block times, all that good stuff. Make sure you're using good wallets so you don't have too much lagging. I know a lot of people have moved on from MetaMask to Rabby Wallet to Internet Money Wallet, just to name a couple there. Definitely worth trying if you get a better performance interaction with the Pulsechain rather than having to wait 2 minutes with MetaMask sometimes, even though it's only 10-second block times, you're getting that lag. So that's something to think about. All right, so that is the play. Let's jump over to the validators at the moment. Pulsechain is fully decentralized, and we've got 1.55 trillion Pulse staked with the validators. The bridges at the moment, let's have a look at the health check at 98 million. Woohoo! We're on the way up. That's kind of cool to see. 91,898. We're going to get back to $100 million, are we? Got to be soon, right? Got to be soon. We've got Ethereum at the moment is sitting at 27.8 million. So we're almost back over 28 million there. What else there? Let's have a look here. We've got EHEX obviously up a little bit. So it's up back to 9 million. Wrap Bitcoin's obviously up a bit too with the Bitcoin price. So some good moves. Can we get over 100 million by tomorrow? Let's see. 100 million tomorrow. Can we do it? Let's see. Let's see. That's going to be cool to get back over 100 million, I think. So that is the results there for Pulsechain. Let's quickly run through all the rest of the markets for Pulsechain. Obviously, after having 3 days of good moves, we've got pretty much red across the board here at the moment. I was just on a little bit of a soft day on Sunday. Sundays typically in the US, like I say, is soft for the markets generally. And no big moves here for the derivatives. Let's look at the stable coins. Yep, nothing really looking too hot here either. As well on the stable coins, let's go to influencer coins. Got to have something green. No, nothing's green at the moment. But on the 6 hourly, we do have Matty Allen, which had a big move yesterday. Did very, very well on recovery. Look at that. Had a nice little recovery here on the old Matty Allen coin. Got down to $1.02 and bounced from there and went all the way up to $2.18. What a move. What a power move that was. And, of course, is now back down to $1.80. Still very, very good. So it was up 110%. Is still up 73% at the moment. So, yeah, very, very impressive move there. But liquidity has been pulled from the looks of it. So I'm not sure what's happening there on that one. So, yeah, Dogberg there. Avoid something with small liquidity because it's easy to move the price. All right, so what else we got going on here? Let's go over to the let's go. We've got something else going on here. I just want to look at Note token. This is probably the one I want to talk about. Yeah, Note from Randy Alaski. We got some news around this. So this is the chart here. This is the daily chart on Note. Have obviously had a couple of days of rally here. Did very well indeed. So big shout out to Randy there. Went all the way from 2200th of a penny all the way up to 3700th of a penny, up 67%. So really nice move there. Remember, it's got decent liquidity at 94K. It's had 94 makers, so and $9,300 in liquidity, and sorry, in volume. It's down a bit now to 3100th of a penny. I'm not sure if the snapshot is finished, but Randy had a snapshot. Said snapshot for upcoming or airdrop for Note holders of 100K or more tokens. So you have to have 100,000 tokens or more. Will take place tomorrow. Now this is from yesterday at 6 a.m. So I think this may have finished. Yeah, 6 hours ago, which is probably why we're seeing this this reduction. Let's go to the hourly candles. Yeah, so it looks like that may have finished there with a bit of a sell-off. So that's probably done its day. Let's go check any of Randy's posts here to see whether that has been completed. No, so still got this here. So I don't know if it's been completed yet. Still doesn't actually. There's my suspended account, so I can't send it. But if you want to follow that up, he had airdrop of 4 tokens. So 4 tokens. Stack, Fibo, Sat, and SoundX will happen during this week. Now, I don't know the background of those tokens, but that's definitely from Randy Alaski there. So if you guys want to follow up on that, I'll leave a post, a link to that. Maybe some of you are holding Note token or want to participate. You should probably check first and get into his Telegram. I think it's got a Telegram. You can probably find out about that. That is Randy Alaski. He's got a Telegram. He's got his nopermissions.com, which is his sort of a strategy community club. And then he's got his Patreon there. So I think he does have a Telegram, but not showing up there. But if you want to follow up on that, you can at your own leisure there. So that is from Note token. Now we also had the projects. Let's go to projects quickly because we've had Win-Win. So Win-Win has gone live. It's launched. Now you guys know this is kind of a staking jackpot kind of game hybrid, right? So a bit of gambling in the sense that jackpot, but this is launched and this is the price so far on the hourly. So it's been going for how long? 1 day and 12 hours, so a day and a half, and it's ticking away there. So what's the market cap? 592K market cap. 8,200 liquidity, so relatively small liquidity pool. $6,600 volume, so that's pretty good in terms of that for such a small liquidity pool. 86 makers as well. And the supply there is, I can't remember the supply. Let's go check the supply of tokens here for Win-Win. Finally got there, 250,000 Win tokens. That is the amount, 862 holders. Let's see what the biggest holders have got. Well, a couple contracts got 30%. I guess it's the LP. And then there's a big wallet here, probably the founder's wallet, is my guess, 28%, unless it's the staking wallet. Could be the staking wallet, the top one there. Could be the staking wallet. Yeah, it's 8% in this wallet, etc. So you can sort of see the amount of holders there. Let's jump over to the update for that. So we had Win-Win. Congratulations, Pulsechain. Win-Win is now live, winwin.finance. And of course, that is the official contract there. OXFE ends in 7C30. So they've got about 7,500 views on that. Congrats. We'll have to check it out, says some people. Yeah, our Sacrifice tokens distributed. It was a Sacrifice project. If you guys remember, Sacrifice projects. Don Montoya, congrats, gentlemen. Sandy Beach, congrats. There's a lot of people congratulations for that. Finally up. Took a long time, though. Was it 428 days? 428 days since the launch. So that's pretty hilarious. But hey, look, the Sacrifice project is out. Now, we've got a couple other comments in the chat here. So let's say hello to Saipan. Please check BDC. Yeah, we've done that already. We've done the BDC. All right. What is BDC position, buy or sell? Well, it's looking like a buy at the moment, isn't it? Let's got Susie Q in the house there. Hi, wonderful Superman. Hey, Susie Q, hope you're doing well. Big shout out. Good evening, Superman. Woohoo! Says check my pulse. Good to see you as well. Hope you're doing pretty well. Big shout out to everybody in the Hex Token family. We got Archie as well. Hi, all. Good to see Archie, the Don of the Syndicate. Big shout out to you. Hope you're doing well there, Archie. And yeah, feel free to catch up in the Discord afterwards. So that is the Win-Win, but we had more from the Win-Win team. We had Win-Win put out the tokenomics. So, hey, Pulsechain, Win-Win's tokenomics are out. CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko listings are in progress. And we can see the way the setup is there. So remember, it's a staking airdrop kind of reward hybrid thing. So this is the token distribution node. So talking about Sacrifice, 250 million tokens. We saw that on chain. The airdrop, 127 million tokens to the airdrop. The ecosystem's getting 72 million and rewards will be 50 million. That is the breakdown there. So they're kind of cool. They finally got out. Anyway. Let's see there. So there's some comments there. You're going to get a mixed bag of comments, obviously, on X. But that is it from Win-Win. So I'll post the link to that if you want to find out. Do your due diligence as always. You know, if you're a part of the Sacrifice, congratulations. That project is out for you. Yeah, never rush into things, of course. Make sure you check everything out to make sure you're happy with it first. All right, that is the Win-Win. Let's check, see if they've got any other updates since I did these posts. Let's see, CoinMarket. Yeah, so they've listed for CoinMarketCap 21 hours ago. Let's see if they get that up and running. And that's pretty much it, I think. Yeah, have you used the DApp app Win? Now, we're going to check the app, of course. Have a quick look at that. And this is what the app looks like. So Win-Win here. I'm not sure if it connects, but there is APR. They've already got an APR up on the Win token. So that's because they've airdropped that, I guess. And you can connect your wallet. I'd use a DGN wallet as always, you know, its own separate private keys. But a dashboard up there as well. They got the analytics in there, and you can buy the token, obviously. So that is, check it out. They also got documentation at the bottom left here as well. So you can hit that, and that will bring that up. That, like I said, it's a staking reward hybrid there, and a multi-token too. So it's kind of cool. You can read all the details. Once again, read it all up before you decide to get involved, particularly if you went in the Sacrifice project. But at the moment, that is the price chart at the moment. So sitting at 2,500th of a penny, 1/4%. Seems to have a lot of people in favor. A quick intel. Says Honeypot no, renounced, ownership renounced, unknown. So you have to check all that stuff too. That is that. Now we're going to go check out Famous. Let's do that because Famous has had a upgrade, as we say. Is it the one? No, I've forgotten the name of it, the token now. We have to go check it out. Anyway, so Famous has had Famous is an upgrade. I missed this upgrade update the other day, but I thought I'd pull it up now. Fame version 2 announced. So Fame obviously is where you can do perpetual swaps on Pulsechain, and of course you can go long, go short, all that sort of stuff on the market. We are transitioning to V2 of Fame.io. And of course, the V2 Fame protocol ordered by Certec is live on the Pulsechain mainnet and has been tested by our core team. A public beta will run for another week or two for user testing. V1 will continue to operate indefinitely, and you can use it as normal. We will provide ample notice before making any changes. Fame tokens are unaffected by this transition, and you'll receive staking revenue from both V1 and V2 without needing to take any action. A new PHLP form, PHLP V2, will be introduced, differing in risk profile and trading characteristics from PHLP V1. That's the liquidity pool there. Objectives of V2. So this is the crunch here. Increased trading capacity and overall fees. Well, you guys know that Famous has been doing very well with the fees. It's been a very successful protocol on Pulsechain has Famous. Fix errors from GMX of V1, and obviously Famous is a GMX fork, so they're fixing some little errors there. Diversify income streams by adding more coins, so that's going to be bullish there. Protect the protocol against malicious actors, which is always a problem when you have any protocol like this with perpetuals and stuff. Technical changes, use specific profiles and limits to reward honorable behavior and restrict dishonorable behavior. Separate borrowing rates and fees for different tokens to better balance interests. Fixed a GMX protocol accounting bug, and dynamic minimum profit taking time based on position size, adding Sol or other tokens to boost trading volume. Obviously, that's a bit of a good move there. Improved UI for a smoother experience. Takeaways, V2 aims to increase trading volume and fees, attract new users, protect the protocol, reduce price sensitivity to richer altcoins, and open new opportunities for the team. We will look to make it available this weekend for live beta testers there, and it's got it on the Telegram there. So kind of cool. That is that, and of course, Fame.io. Let's go have a look at it. We haven't been a while since we've been on it. We used to be on it every day, looking at the numbers. Kind of cool. That is it. V2 is in live beta mode. Please use at your own risk. Team is not responsible for any losses incurred if you opt to help beta test it. So that is it at the moment. We've got the dashboard here, and it shows you all the details there. Look at that holding APR at the moment, 57%. We've got the others going on there. Stablecoin percentage. You've got all the breakdowns there of the stablecoins as well. So kind of cool. Check that out. It's been a while. We've got the earn page. You can earn obviously in Fame, and you can earn in the PHLP pools, V1 and V2. You can just click on toggle those to get to the one that's not in beta, the one that's been around for ages, and of course the new one in beta at the moment, V2. You can check out the stats, of course, here as well. The ecosystem, check all that out too, and so forth there. So kind of cool. You can connect your wallet and do some trades. Trade. Just you can go long or short, right? Long or short. You decide there, and you can also do so. You can go short there or long on an asset, and you can also do limits as well and triggers. All right, for take profits and stuff. So it's got everything in there on the old Fame. I'll leave a link to this post if you want to check it out in more detail in the chat. Man, it's been a while since we did a lot of project updates, but hey, it's time. All right, so there we go. As you guys know, I was pretty much documenting all the projects as they were launching on Pulsechain. And of course, we haven't done a lot for the last couple of months, but there have been, projects launching here and there. We had a lot of influencer coins and meme coins start dominating, right? Less utility and project coins. That's pretty much the big gap. But we've got updates today, so we've announced them. All right, kind of cool. All right, so I think let's do the overall. We'll wrap up the overall for the Pulsechain, and let's see where we go. In fact, I don't even know what Famous is trading at, but you can check that out. Let's go the overall of Pulsechain, and let's see here. We've got 7 million volume at the moment. This is a Sunday, so I guess that's it's still pretty low, but there we go. 160,000 transactions at the moment, and the top performers today, Pika, doing pretty well. Loan token, utility token, good to see them up 6.5%. Peach token, another meme kind of token there, 6%. Crow at 6% there. Giffordware is up 6%. DWB up 4%. PGIF, which is related to Giffordware, those two together, is up 3% there. And we've got Rat as well, up 3%. These are some of the leaders there at the moment, just etching out a few percentage gains compared to the market. So that is pretty much it. Let's jump over to the next thing. We're going to move away from Pulsechain. That we've done the update. Well, kind of move away. We're moving into Mafia. We're going to talk about Mafia, and let's have a look at how that's going, both on Pulsechain and BNB. So let's have a look here. Have we got any more comments in the chat before I move on? I think I had the last one there. No, we're doing pretty well. All right, so this is the Pulsechain here, and this is Mafia on Pulsechain. We're sitting pretty nicely, actually, aren't we? 1/1100th of a penny at the moment on this, and we're waiting for some key updates around the map. So we're waiting for the map that's coming up. That's the next big thing, which might be a week or so away. So yeah, waiting for the map update, and of course allegiances as well. So that's kind of the key things that are happening at the moment. A lot of people are still opening crates and still trading on the marketplace, and the market at the moment 1.1 million on the old Pulsechain for the pickup. On BNB for Mafia, BNB having a little bit of an update, move up the last 3 days, sitting at 0.0025, market cap at the moment $250,000, 50k liquidity, and pretty low volumes over on BNB, but huge opportunity to pick up a large amount of Mafia. That's pretty much it. And here is the game. Let's check it out. So we've got the players at the moment, 784 players on the old Pulsechain for Mafia, 17 crime families, and a 3.94 billion with a B, 4 billion pulse, looking pretty good in the vault there. Imagine if the Pulsechain price rallies, man, that thing is going to get fat and juicy. It already is fat and juicy. That's going to be pretty awesome there. Let's jump over to the families, see the positions here. We've got the syndicate store at number 1. That's the one, of course, I'm in. And of course, big shout out to Capone, the Don there, Archie, aka Archie. Big shout out there. 383,000 on the wealth. Gearheads at number 2 with Gifford Ware and Crypto Kool-Aid. So you get 311,000 there. The Yakuza, this mysterious family at number 3. And then the Salamancas there at number 4, led by the Wild Nunzio. And then we've got number 5 there, the Hustlers, led by Lit Gains Adep. Those are the top 5. They're getting a share of the vault, 10% of the vault every week. And the vault at the moment is 3.94 billion pulse, $166,672 US. Remember, 10% of that every week once the game starts will go to the top 5 families. The top 5 families, 30% for the syndicate at the moment, all the way down to 10% for the Hustlers. That is the current payout. There are 3 conditional payout spots in number 6, 7, and 8 with 5%. That's got the Mugnows there. The Grand Clan with the Hansi Crypto, another influencer. Mumbo Italiano's Gucci rising up slightly there too, out of nowhere at number 8. And of course, we've got number 9, the OGs. Now, the OGs are number 9 here on Pulsechain, but they're number 1 over on BNB chain at the moment. Costa Nostra out there, number 10. The Trump family with Bridge, another influencer out there. At number 11 there, the La Mana Nera at number 12, Supremos Deco number 13, Chinese Trades at number 15, and the Grays, a ecosystem on Pulsechain, is at number 16. That is the leaderboard there. People are still opening up crates, of course, $20 to get a crate at the moment. You can use Pulse, Pulsex incentive, or eDine. Sorry, keys, I should say. I keep saying crates every time. I got so used to saying it. Keys, you can buy keys, and keys can open up crates. That's what you're supposed to say. Still big prizes there. Mafia, 38.7 million Mafia. I see somebody won some Mafia. It looks like someone won at least 500,000. Maybe someone won that 500,000 there, because that's gone down by 500,000. It hadn't moved for days, and now it's gone down. We've got the OGs. You can win 10 OG NFTs, and 100 game keys is the top prize there. Huge. So you can check that out. And also the market's trading. So the market's been doing pretty well. It's been turning over all the time. We're now at 2,428 trades, $130,000 of value has been traded there, and that's 107.6 million pulse. So that continues to do very well. The people are trading. I'm on there pretty much a lot too. I see a lot of people trading. You can see the history of trading down here, and you can see that people are trading. Look at that, 15th. These are all the trades on the 15th. They're just the people are trading all the time. So is it the most popular NFT market? Be interesting. We've got 7 specialized NFT markets on Pulsechain. Is this marketplace out doing them? I don't know. It's a good question. It certainly was in the first couple of days. Certainly doing well on a consistent basis. So the market doing very well. Now, as you guys know, the crates and the markets, and of course, buying and selling Mafia. Mafia has a buy and sell tax, 4.7% on buy, 16.6% on the sell. So you need a 5% buy slippage and a 20% sell slippage. Those 3, the crates, markets, and the fees there, feed the vault, right? So the vault goes, all that money goes to the tax man, and it goes into the vault here, 3.94 billion. Now you can see the breakdown of the contributions. You got marketplace down here sitting at 2.7% here. You've got the tax man. These are market trades at 41%, and you got keys there at 56% of the value. So pretty awesome. You can see it's been pretty consistently going up, which is pretty successful protocol, right? Now, we're expecting the game to go live at 5 billion Pulse at least, as long as the team is technically ready to launch. We're at 3.94%, so we're almost at 80% the way there, aren't we? So the game is getting closer and closer. You guys are still early. So yeah, pretty cool. Now, if you want to join the syndicate, let us know. Get in the chat there or hit us up in Discord. Maybe someone can post the syndicate link there. You'll be able to join up to that. That'd be pretty cool. We got Max Payne in the house there. He's in the syndicate hierarchy. He is the Capitasina, and he says, hey, syndicate family is here. It is here indeed. And maybe a good time to post the recruitment page for the Telegram if people want to join the syndicate. It will cost $100 to join. I think it's paid in Mafia. Yeah, but you get access to all the benefits on both Pulsechain and BNB chain out of the rewards. So it's kind of cool. All right, let's jump over to the, I don't think we've had any updates on the wiki. So we'll quickly check the wiki, but I don't think we've had any updates there. Big shout out to Max Payne, of course, doing a great job for the syndicate. Let's see. Yeah, let's look at, number 6 is the next phase. The map, that is a huge update. Can't wait for that. Just looking down through some of these links here. Yeah, Family Plus has obviously been out recently. We're looking for Allegiance to come up soon. That's going to be a big deal. And then, of course, what else we got at the moment? Player Plus. If you haven't upgraded to Player Plus, you can do that. You need an OG NFT to do that. So you can buy those on the marketplace. Just have to go to the market and look for OG NFTs. There's one right there at the moment. You just click on that and you'll see the prices for all the ones that are selling at the moment. So you can see the cheapest one at the moment is $80. That's the you can buy now with Pulse for that $80 worth. Archie says, here is the syndicate recruitment. So if you want to join up to the number 1 family, get in there, folks, and start sharing the rewards and, of course, the duties and responsibilities. But get in there. And, of course, there is an application process, but we welcome everybody to have a fair go at getting into the number 1 family. That's how we roll. That's how we roll. All right. Let's jump over to the old BNB chain. Actually, let's make sure I've checked everything on here. I think I have. I think that's it for the moment. Yeah, you got OG NFTs at the bottom if you want to read all about those. Let's go. All right. In fact, how many are there? 610, I reckon. I'm not sure how there's 610 there, but there are. All right. So that is that. Let's go over to the BNB chain. Have a quick look at that. And here we go. So we've got 858 players over on BNB chain, 16 families, and 115.81 BNB in the vaults. These are our leading players at the moment over there. But let's jump over to the families. We can see we've got the OG Gangsters still at number 1 spot. Remember, they're number 9 on Pulsechain, but they're number 1 over here on BNB. But Syndicate is number 1 on Pulsechain, but it is number 2 over here on BNB. But for how long? That is the question. How long? We've got the Don and the Capitasina in the chat there. I'm sure that they have an opinion on that, but you'll have to find out in due course. We've got the Mugnails at number 3, the Yakuza at number 4, and the Illuminati at number 5 there, doing pretty well. So that is ticking along there. Once again, you've got the crates operating. You can buy those for, the keys operating. You can buy those for BNB, USD Tether, and USDC, $20 for those. Your chance to win big prizes. Now, the cool thing about BNB, they still have most of the businesses left, right? In particular, a lot of the high-value ones like slot machines, roulettes, and bullets. There are 50 remaining. There was 51, so someone's won one recently. There are only 50 remaining now, and all the Mafia there is remaining. So all 50 million, no one has won any of that Mafia yet. And what else? The OG NFTs are still there, and of course the keys as well. So lots of prizes over there on BNB. The marketplace is trading it doesn't have the velocity of trading that you see on Pulsechain, but you can still see that there's a trading going on there at that time. You can always check the history to see how often. Yeah, so not too many trades. 14th was the last time we had the trade there, 12th before that. So lots of opportunities over there potentially if things pick up over there. Now, there have been a number of people asking about, influencers over on BNB chain. Obviously, we've talked about Crypto Pride. We've talked about James, the big influencer with 57,000. But really, that's up to Jacob and the team to organize a lot of those coverage there. Other than that, I cover it when I do my Mafia update, but that's pretty much it where that is. And what else there? The vault, yeah, like I say, vault looking pretty good. $63,585 in the vault. Remember, 10% will go to those top 5 families. Those are the top 5 families as we've just gone through right now. And the syndicate sitting number 2 there with a payout at 25% at the moment. We shall see where we go from there. Obviously, you can buy Mafia over on BNB chain as well. the same taxes apply, 5% slippage on the buy side, 20% on the sell side, and that is the different contract though, right? Different contract over there on PancakeSwap. That's pretty much it. And of course, the game wiki pretty much the same as well. But like I say, you've got all the businesses still there, and they know they're worth, can be worth a lot of money, the old businesses. So they're still there on the crates if you want to pick up some of those, especially all the expensive ones, the slot machines, the roulettes, and the bullet factories are still there. All right, that is that. So let's push that on the side there. I'm going to post a link to this, of course, if you want to access BNB Mafia. 2,000 to start a player. You just need 2,000 Mafia to start a player. So I'll post all the links to Mafia game in the chat. That is the Mafia game. That's the Mafia game there. And if you want to join the Syndicate family after you've joined up, that is the Syndicate Recruitment Center. You can go join up, $100 to join, but you get benefits from both Pulsechain and BNB as long as we dominate in the game. That's all I'll say. But we are the most feared family, and for good reason. For a good reason. You don't want to really mess with the Syndicate. All right, that is that. What else was I going to say? Yeah, if you want to buy Mafia on Pulsechain, this is the chart here. Mafia on a PLS. That is the chain there. You can pick some Mafia up. Remember, only 2,000 to start a player, so it's only a couple of dollars to start a player. And if you want to join a family, every family has their own rules of joining. And you know ours. I've just talked about ours. Now, if you want to buy BNB, of course, this is BNB. So let's post that in there too. Mafia on BNB. And we're number 2 over on BNB for the time being. But watch the space. Watch the space. The OGs are our competition over there at the moment. So we will be, taking them to task about that. Why have they got our spot? That's what we'll be saying to them. Why have you got our number 1 spot when we're going to get it? We're number 1 over in Pulsechain for the time being, and we plan on staying there. So there we go. All right, so that is some of the highlights there. Let's wrap it up with the old Hex. Now, we don't have Ethereum data, right? So Ethereum hasn't been updated since the 24th of June for some reason. I'm not sure why that got lost there. Maybe the person running the site is on holiday. We got Pulsechain with results here, and of course, this will be the result for day 429, and we got the 14th of July. The payout for Hex on Pulsechain 7.02, and of course, been pretty similar to that for a long time. T-shares at the moment in the ownership pool are down 4,400. Like I say, 9.3 million T-shares over on Pulsechain, and the reward pool, pretty modest penalties. Not a lot of penalties lately. Look at that. For the whole last week, low penalties means people are keeping their responsibilities, keeping their miners in place. We got 65.5 million of Hex in the reward pool. That goes to the T-share miners, those 9.3 million T-share holders. Liquid holders keep going up 35. Miners are down 11. We did have 4 days of growth in the numbers from looks, unless it's double ups. But we did have 123,500 miners currently left there on Pulsechain. Now, obviously, you can get T-shares on Hex or on you can get T-shares on Ethereum and T-shares on Pulsechain and start mining Hex today. And I always prefer a ladder, right? I always talk about doing a ladder. That's always been my position there. Rather than maxing them out. Now, maxing out is always mathematically the optimum by a long shot, particularly up 15 years there, or 10, 15 years. But of course, in practice, a good ladder is pretty good for Hex, gives you that flexibility. And you want to be able to have liquid Hex to time the top of the bull market too, right? So that is, which looks like it's going to be ahead of us. So that's pretty much it for the old update today. And we did it inside an hour, which is pretty good. That was pretty good, I think. So cool. Yeah, if you want to become part of our family on the Syndicate, that is the link there, and join up today. You'll probably meet the Capitacina and his team over there, Max Payne. So you'll probably meet Max Payne over there. Dalton says, who doesn't love the T-shares? Yeah, T-shares just keep paying. And of course, Hex is at the moment very underpriced, but has been seeing a bit of green candles lately. And looking forward to where that will go in the future as the store of value on Pulsechain. Who will win? Pulse, PulseX, incentive token, Hex. Who will? I guess what's the time horizon, right? Or will they have different turns at leading the pack? Let's end the poll. We've got 24 votes. So thanks everybody for that. It's a good way to finish the show. Will this week be bullish? The big question, given the fact that we had a nice rebound there on the Bitcoin this weekend. potentially on bad news, unfortunately, but it moved the markets up. We got 62% said yes, and I think I'm in that camp. Maybe 29%, and no is 8%. So there we go. Yes is 62%, maybe 29%, no is 8%. So 9 out of 10 of you expect a bullish week ahead, and I think I'm in that group too. So yeah, let's see how we go. All right, should we play out something on the way out? I think we will. Let's play out some fun here with good old Hex song, right? We'll do Magic Carp Ride and then Hex song. I like those outcomes. Let's do it. Magic Carp Ride. Here we go. All right, peace out. See you in Discord. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share. We are streaming on 3 channels: the Hex Token channel, Superman Crypto, Pulsechain X, to over 10,500 subscribers. And I do appreciate all your support every day. We try to cover Pulsechain as we ramp up, as well as the rest of the markets. Join our Discord, $5 a month. Links in the video description. The Strategy Club, $35 a month. See you there. And take care, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your weekend or the beginning of the week, depending where you are in the world. And I'll catch you again tomorrow for another show. How about that? All right. Bye for now. Take care.
In theory, if someone were a billionaire and they had like all this money, why wouldn't they just buy more of the thing they liked instead of dumping the thing they liked? Like if Bezos bought shares in Amazon, would you be pissed off? If Apple does a stock buyback and they buy more of their own shares in their company back from the public, which is a way to turn earnings into yield for the shareholders, do you get mad and yell at Apple? And so we had to come up with a word for this fan fiction fantasy, which is the opposite of a rug pull, called a magic carpet ride. And so if you're worried about risk of a rug pull, what weighted value have you given the risk of a magic carpet ride? And it's just hilarious to me.
It's fun to watch Hex pumping up the charts. It's left behind all kinds of broken hearts who didn't buy the dip, who didn't DCA. And now that we're on a rip, it's hard to look away. Now I'm not the one to hand out free advice, but as for me, I wouldn't dare think twice about buying a bag, since we're still somewhat down. This rocket ship's about to break the speed of sound. You know these wheels are starting to roll. Best to sit back and just enjoy the show, 'cause we're about to ride that train into the heart of Hexaco. I tip my hat to everyone who minds. You're getting paid out while you're killing time. It makes room for a nice vacation to the beach, perhaps a celebration now that you are rich. Ha ha! Ignore the haters who all called you crazy. You studied hard while they were being lazy. Now you're packing bags, about to take a ride up on that rocket ship, mooned up and starry-eyed. I feel these wheels are starting to roll. Best to sit back and just enjoy the show, 'cause we're about to ride that train into the heart of Hexaco. Now that we're summer bound and the sun is bright, I see that it's not round but rather has 6 sides. It's a work of art that's written into code, designed by Richard Hart to make our bags explode. You know these wheels are starting to roll. Best to sit back and just enjoy the show, 'cause we're about to ride that train into the heart of Hexaco. Yeah, we're about to ride that train into the heart of Hexaco.